All right, so we've run through your week on Chickamauga, but we have not had a chance to talk about the tools of the trade. Let's go ahead and take a look at the baits and the gear that you used to win Stage 4 of the Bass Pro Tour.
Sure. All right, favorite, Pro Battle Series. This is a new line, the Pro Series of rod that we just started building for Favorite. Okay. I had a lot of the prototypes for the last 6 months or so, and this is one of the first ones in production. Okay. And this is what I used. And these are very, very basic rods, very sensitive, very durable, which is very important to me.
Absolutely.
So I don't say light duty, but it's just say a medium heavy duty. I don't like to call it a medium heavy because every rod's a little different for every application, and we've got all the application. We're trying to cover all applications for this rod. Okay. And this is very simple. I mean, these are like, these baits, these rods are very basic for the time of year we're there. Okay. I mean, you've got a red-eye shad, you've got a thunder cricket, and you've got a Zoom Z crawl. So with that being covered, I mean, you can fish everything from moving up pre-spawn to spawn. And from where I live, the Tennessee River, those right there, that gets you a lot of bites.
Let's go ahead and dissect those a little bit. Let's talk about, first of all, the red-eye shad. That's a pretty basic lipless bait that a lot of people throw.
Yeah, it really is. And that's a 1/4 ounce. I did use a 1/2 ounce a little bit that week as that water came up and got a little deeper. And we used the 1/4. I used the 1/4 a lot. Well, a lot of the local guys, but it's a kind of a local deal. That 1/4 ounce gets a lot of bites, catches a lot of bait, and it catches big ones, so it's a little small bait. But that red eye is real special. I can remember when they first came out, Strike King did with the red eye. I had some of the first ones that they made, and I have literally caught thousands of bass on this right here.
Right.
All over the Tennessee River, anywhere that I need to throw this, and it's most of the time, it's in like 18 inches of water or less. Okay. The 1/4 ounce is, I mean, the size is sometimes a little small for what we're trying to catch in my mind, but it runs shallow enough that it doesn't foul. Okay. You don't dig into the bottom all the time and foul with leaves and sticks and pine needles, etc. So that's a perfect bait to run in that 18 inches of water.
And this was a morning bait for you?
It was. Now, through the week, which you guys didn't see every catch, I'm sure. Right. Through the week, I caught them when it was really windy. Okay. I caught them up in the day on it. But it was just one of those deals. I'd see one school, or I would know that there's a little shallow point that juts way out into the flat with a hard spot on it. So I know to make some casts there. Okay. And you would pick up 2 or 3. Actually, one afternoon, I caught 8 or 10 in a row off of one place. They weren't big ones. They don't have to be. Right. They were 1.5-pounders, and they counted. Right. So that bait was vital. I've caught a lot of fish on this bait that week. And in practice, this was my search bait. I could rip through an area, you're throwing it, burning it, and you're reeling it fast. I threw it on a 14-pound fluorocarbon with a Pro Battle cranking rod. Okay. A small cranking rod. It's a 7-footer. So it's perfect line size, the perfect depth. And we gauge how these baits go, how deep these baits go with line size. You want it to go shallower, throw it on 16. You want it to go real shallow, throw it on 20. Right. A little deeper, throw it on 14. But that particular weight, 14 was the deal.
Let's move on to the plastic.
Move on to the plastic.
Yes, sir.
All right. These are juniors, but I actually used the senior all week. Okay. This was the deal when I got around any kind of wood, any kind of structure, cover it all that I needed to flip to, make a long pitch preferably to. This is what I caught the majority of the fish on. It was real basic colors, black and blue, black and red. The water was fairly dirty at times, especially during the wind. But that right there gets you a lot of bites. Anywhere I go, I always have one tied on, and Chickamauga was no different. When those fish are pulling up on any piece of cover that it is, you can get bit with that in the spring, anywhere you go. So,
how about the thunder cricket?
All right, that's the cricket, and that right there is just a Z swim, Zoom little swim bait, and this was like between cover, logs, trees, etc. Especially some of the little hard spots. I would pick this up and just go down the bank. You know, I'm not gonna crank up and idle to the next spot because between the trees and cover, there's still a lot of good fishing. So I covered a lot of water with this, and actually there was a couple of days I really caught a lot of fish on this bait. I think it was day 2 when I had to catch them. I got on this thunder cricket bite, and I ended up catching like 15 or 20 on it, and they were good ones. So the thunder cricket was really important that week for for sure.
These baits, are these just basic good baits for the Tennessee River in general, or for Chickamauga in particular?
In general.
Yeah.
Yeah, those are just general, just hot baits in the springtime, pretty much anywhere that you go. That the water's got some color to it. I mean, this is, I never go anywhere that I don't have this tied on. In the springtime, this is always on. Most of the time, it's different colors, and I have at least 2 tied on. So, and again, this is the Pro Battle Series, and you know, it's a 7.2, more or less a medium heavy rod, 16-pound line, loose reel, 6/8 to 1 ratio. You don't want to wind it too fast. You don't want to wind it too slow. And on my flipping setup, 7.6 Pro Battle, and it's I believe it's 8.3 to 1 loose reel. That's 20-pound line. That's what I didn't go to 25. I used 20. Wasn't in real dense cover, so quick reel, moderate size line, and it just gets you a lot of bites.
If we go back to Chickamauga, same time every year, same baits all the time?
Guarantee you. Guarantee you. Yeah. Same setup, same baits. Won't be anything different for me.